Good morning, everybody. Sorry about my nasalness. I'm still getting over this horrible cold that I had. It was so weird. I was sick, and then I got better, and I felt really good. Then I got sick again, and then I got really well again, and I was feeling great for about a week. And then last Tuesday, it was like I got sick all over again with the same stinking cold. And so I decided I'm not going to let people hug me or touch me anymore. Because too many germs. This one all settled in my head, and then it kind of went through my chest and my whole body. And by Sunday night, I was starting to feel a little bit like a human. And I'm really glad because Monday, of course, yesterday was my birthday. I'm 61. I almost said degrees. I am 61 years young. I told my grandson, I said, when you get 60, you just start going backwards. Like now I'm going to be 59, 58. And he just laughed at me. I have to tell you the funniest story, though. My granddaughter, a few years ago, she was learning about Abraham Lincoln. Okay? And then she realized that I had the same birthday as Abraham Lincoln, February 12th. And so she was over at my house. This was probably 3 years ago. We were still living in Colorado. And she was over at my house, and we were just sitting there playing games because I love to play games and work puzzles with my grandkids. I think it's the best time ever to just chat. And so we were just talking about Abraham Lincoln, and I told her about the Proclamation, Emancipation, I can't remember how to say it, how he signed the bill to free the slaves here in America. And she goes, "Oh, did you know Abraham Lincoln?" I'm like, "No, that was a long time ago." She goes, "Well, you know, in his pictures, he looks really kind of mean." Was he mean? I said, "I didn't know Abraham Lincoln. I'm not that old." I kind of wish I would have, except for during those years, they did not have air conditioning in the summer, and I would not have liked to live during the years without air conditioning. But I thought that was the funniest thing. She realized we had the same birthday and assumed I knew him. Anyway, I had a great birthday yesterday. I got up yesterday morning. I was feeling pretty good. I took my meds, and I went and picked up my grandson and granddaughter in Mustang because we live in Yukon. So I went to picked up my granddaughter and grandson in Mustang, and then I went into Yukon to pick up my other granddaughter. So the three of my grandkids and me, we went shopping, and I always buy them stuff on my birthday because I love them so much. So I told them, I said, if I buy you something that you really want, you have to play games with me today. And they're like, okay. We had a really fun time, though. And then we bought stuff to make homemade pizzas. And so everybody picked out all their toppings, and we made homemade pizzas. And then after we ate pizzas, we played games, and then they ate ice cream. I can't have ice cream, of course. But my husband ordered me some sugar-free marshmallows, okay? One of my favorite all-time treats is Crispy Treats, Rice Krispie Treats. And so he ordered me some sugar-free marshmallows that were supposed to be in yesterday, and the kids and I were going to make me some, and then I have marshmallows. I was going to make them some. Well, we got the notice they're not going to be until today, so guess what I'm doing this afternoon? I'm making me some sugar-free Rice Krispie Treats, okay? So, 59 Oklahoma City. I'm right there by you. No, I'm in Oklahoma City. I'm in Mustang. My thing says 45, so maybe some of that'll come this way. When I got up this morning, it was so beautiful and sunshiny. Yesterday it was sunshiny, and we had like an inch and a half of snow. It was beautiful, and then the sun melted it away. It was just the right amount of snow, in my opinion. Okay, so I had a great birthday yesterday, and so I'm starting to feel better, even though my nose still sounds a little nasally. So let's forget about that, okay? So, what do we need to do? We need to clink in. I drank so much throat coat tea, ginger tea. I'm drinking a hot cup of coffee today. And I got my Valentine cup and my Valentine shirt on today. So happy Valentine's Day, and clinkety clink clink clink. Now, before we get started, I had a couple of people email me and tell me that they don't like Valentine's Day. Okay, so Just because somebody decided that we're going to celebrate Valentine's Day on February 14th doesn't mean it has to be a bad day. Okay? It's just a man-made holiday. I think they do it just to sell chocolate, you know? Okay, so what you can do is you don't have to have a partner or a lover or a husband or a wife or whatever that is. You don't have to have that to love people. Okay? Get your girlfriends all together and go out to dinner or go out to lunch, go out to coffee, buy each other silly gifts, you know. And another thing I always say, and something that'll cheer you up if you're feeling just a little bit lonely, go to the pet rescue. Go volunteer at a pet rescue to go in and just pet dogs, love on dogs, take them for walks, cats too, because every animal needs love too. And every time I tell people to do this, I get messages that says, "It's your fault I adopted another dog." Or, "It's your fault I adopted another cat." But that's okay, because you know what you're doing when you're going to a rescue like that and helping people out. You're showing love to animals, but you're also caring about the people that work really, really hard taking care of the animals. And I love that, Sylvia. There's a group of ladies in my church back home in Tulsa. They do a Valentine's Day luncheon. And this is all for all the ladies who are widows or don't have partners or husbands or even, you know, they're just alone. And it's geared more towards the older ladies, but a lot of the younger ladies go too, because I used to go with them and help organize it. It was so much fun that we'd go pick someplace like and have Chinese food and laugh and have so much fun. You know, don't hate on Valentine's Day. You know, just if you don't want to celebrate it, just don't have a great day anyway, okay? But if you want to get together with people, it's a great day just to go have coffee, okay? So anyway, that's my spiel. Alrighty, now I did want to show you something. I got a couple of messages about not being able to find Valentine buttons, okay? Now I happened to be in Walmart the other day, and I just happened to see these in there, and these are it's that company called Les Boutons. I think they're made in China. Oh, they're made in Thailand. But it's just a pack. They're 1-inch buttons. And this is one of the ones I really, really love. And I think they were $2.99. And you get 3 pink, 3 red, and 3 white. And I like these because they have the holes in the center instead of like on the back. Although I like the ones on the back as well. But I wanted to show you these. I got like several emails and like, where in the world can I find heart-shaped buttons? So, and I've seen heart-shaped buttons also at Hobby Lobby and at Joann's and Michael's. But they're usually in these really gargantuan bags. And sometimes you just need a few. And I saw those at Walmart. So, anyway. Okay. So, today we're going to talk about a couple of different yarns, and then we're going to talk about what's new this week, the patterns that we did. Now, I'm going to click over to my other camera. These yarns were sent to me by a donation, and these are Premier yarns. You can get these still on the Premier site. They're the Chenille Brights. Bulky number 6, and these are great for making pillows and things. It's like a chenille. It's not like blanket yarn where blanket yarn's real like thick. This is a little bit thinner, and the white one seemed even thinner to me. Now the card, she sent me a card. I'll take people who are grateful for 800, and she says, "Who is it? Me." Okay, and she just says, "Thanks for taking these off my hands. I hope someone else has better luck with them." And so what we're going to do is we're going to include these in a giveaway in the near future, okay? But these are, I love these myself, actually. I think you could make a really pretty Valentine heart or maybe a Christmas stocking, okay? And you can find these, like I said, on the Premier website, bulky number 6. Each one has 112 yards. It's 100% polyester. Tested and approved. One thing about Premier Yarns is they test and approve all of their yarns against 350 harmful substances. one thing that you don't realize is that in other countries, they don't have the strict guidelines that we do. And so a lot of times there are chemicals that are used on their machines, oils and things, in order for the machines to work, and you end up with residue on your yarn that might be bothering you. Okay? So these, I believe they're $7.99 a skein, because they're the big super bulky ones, and you do get quite a bit on there, 5.3 ounces. Okay, and so I just wanted to show you these because she donated these, and these will be in a giveaway in the near future. I might hang on to them till Christmas, because this would be great for Christmas, but of course you can use red and white any time of year. Okay, but I wanted to show you these. And also, I've been getting a lot of messages about, I got a bunch of leftover yarn, do you want it? And one of the things I do want to say is that when I give yarns away in a giveaway, I really appreciate donations. But it's also real important to me that they're brand new or in brand new shape. Like all these kits that were sent last week from Angela, I guess it's been 2 weeks, that we're going to be giving away. And remember, we're giving away the teddy bear in the February giveaway. This is the February giveaway, the Cuddle Bears. And if you want to be in this giveaway, you need to go to last week's video and comment on last week's video. And everyone who comments is in the giveaway. You're going to get this whole kit with stuffing and the pattern and the yarn. It's an Annie's kit. Sorry, I popped the top open there. There we go. And these are brand new giveaways with brand new yarns in them. And of course, you're going to get one of my zipper pouches also. So if you want to be involved in that, you need to comment on last week's video. But those were all donated, and I appreciate that. And they're all new things. They're not used things. I guess what I'm trying to say. And so I just want you to know, I do appreciate if you want to contact me and send something in for our giveaways. But make sure that it's new yarn that's still available. Or, yeah, just let me know, and I'll let you know, okay? But I do want you to know how much I appreciate that. When I opened this box from Angela a couple weeks ago, I just started crying. Those are amazing gifts, and I showed those to you all a couple weeks ago. And this yarn is also amazing. This is beautiful yarn. You know, it's obviously new skeins, perfect shape, beautiful, clean. And so, anyway, I just wanted to share that with you, okay? The other thing we're going to talk about today is a brand new yarn from Premier. I'm going to pull it up on my iPad so that you can see it. They haven't sent it out yet, and it's only available on their website right now. One of the things that Premier does is they send out a new information on a brand new yarn they just released. They release it through their website first, and then they'll offer it to stores to purchase, okay? And trying to find there it is. I hit the wrong button. All right, I don't want you to see my code on my iPad. That's why I'm doing it this way. All right, I'm going to move these. Let me go here. This is the Gumdrop yarn, and I'm going to take you to their website in just a second. I'm going to bring it up close. And this is the new Gumdrop yarn, okay? It is Premier, of course, 174 yards, which is a nice size cake. I was going to say ball, but it is a ball. It's a cake. And it is a bulky number 6, okay? Now, here is one up close. They've got gorgeous colors. I think I've got one more pick on here. Okay. Now I'm going to take you over to the website. So give me a second here. I have it already keyed up. I just got to get there. All right. So here is the website. And I will put my link to the Premier website. So you can just go and take a look at it. And you can see all these colors. Look at all those beautiful colors. Okay. Now, I wanted to bring this up here. Let me bring this like this. Because what they do, as you can see, download free patterns. I'm going to click on that. Okay. Now, what they do is they give you patterns that you can make with the yarn. It shows you how it's going to work up. All right, let me go back. All right. And then it's here are all the colors. I'm going to click this one so you can see it. All right, so there's one. I like this one. It looks like Christmas. Isn't that pretty? Trying to get it out of my light. Okay, so here's the colors. I just absolutely love them. This one is my second favorite. See how it works up? And I like how they do that. This is knit. This is crochet. So if you're a knitter or a crocheter, it shows you how it's going to look. And if you scroll down, it shows you things that you can make with it. I love that. I love that they give you patterns and stuff like that. Okay? And then, of course, I wanted to bring this up because there's the other new one that they have, which is the Premier Parfait Neons. And while we're in here, let's take a look at those. Look at those beautiful colors. And these are brand new. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, so these, the Parfait Neons, are $5.99 a skein, 5 colors, 3.5 ounces, number 6 bulky. All right, so let's go back. And let's look at the Gumdrop. I didn't give you the price on those. The Gumdrop is $8.99, which does seem a little bit pricey, but you're getting 7 ounces, which is actually 2 balls of yarn in one. It's a 6 super bulky, and of course all the information has 10 colors. I wanted you to see this one. Okay, let me go through here. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I also love that they give you what it looks like if you knit it or if you crochet it. All right, so one thing you do need to do when you go to the Premier website is click the sale tab, because every week they have different yarns on sale. And at the top of it, they also have new. So click new and you can see all the new stuff. And do yourself a favor and just go use my affiliate link underneath this video and go and just look at what they've got. Because one of the things that I have found is the quality and the uniqueness of the yarns of Premier Yarn. A lot of other ones have like a lot of the same kind of things that like what I don't want to say any names of brands of yarns, but one brand will come out with it, then the next brand will do the same thing, and that, and so then you're like, well, I don't know what to do here, And I think one of the things I really love about Premier, of course, I'm going to say this in a really weird way. I have been in love with Premier yarns for many years, and I have purchased them for many years, and so getting to be one of their affiliates is just like a dream come true for me, And they're just such a great company. I have to tell you, if you have a YouTube channel and you want a yarn company that is going to communicate with you and treat you like a wonderful human, because I have been affiliates with other yarn companies who are well known that treated me like I didn't exist. And I don't mean that to be negative. I'm not telling you the names of any of them. I'm just saying that I love working with Premier Yarns. And so anyhow, I'm not going to brag on it anymore, but go ahead and use that affiliate link and go check out their new yarns. They're just, the colors are just magnificent, I have to say. Okay. What patterns did we do this week? All right, so I'm going to scoot over here again because I'm going to go back over here, but I'm going to set these up first. What we did for our Friday Fun Day was this super cute face cloth. All right, let's go over here so you can see a little closer. All right, so I did it upside down, and I did that for a reason, because they look just as beautiful on the back as they do on the front. Now, you'll notice this one is a little bit smaller, and that's because this was the test one that was done, and they did the edge different. They were supposed to only skip one and they skipped two, but I wanted to leave it so that if you wanted to do it that way and stretch your hearts out a little bit, you certainly could. And I love both of them. This one measures 9 by 9. This one measures about 8.5 by 8.5. So it's just a little bit smaller, and I think they're absolutely beautiful. It's called the Sweetheart Face Cloth. And it kind of happened as a gift to give with the Valentine gift. if you're going to give like facial products or bubble bath or cleaning products, no, I don't think so. You don't want to give cleaning products for Valentine's Day. But anyway, it makes a really nice gift to go with things, okay? It's just super duper cute. Okay, now, the other thing that we did this week, I'm going to move these out of the way, is our fingerless gloves. Why doesn't Premier sell their yarns in local stores? Hobby Lobby does carry some of the Premier yarns. Joann's carries Premier yarns. And it has to do with the retailer, really. If Walmart carries Premier yarns, they just don't carry all of them. I wish they would. But it's just what the retailers choose to buy. They do let them sell them. It's just up to each individual retailer. Okay, I wanted to answer that question real quick for Sharon. So this is the bamboo hat that we made with the guys in mind, although the girls love it also. And I love how it turned out. It's so pretty. And so I had some yarn left, so I thought that I would go ahead and make some fingerless gloves to go along with it. And we call these texting gloves or fingerless gloves because you can put them on. They have a long band to go up inside your gloves, and you can still work your phone. I'm going to turn it over so you don't see my notes. And you can still work your phone with your gloves on, and you stay warm. Now, your fingers don't stay warm, of course, but your hands do. So anyway, I love them. There's lots of fun, and I think this is a really great set. And I have to tell you, if you want to make someone a really neat birthday set, this is a great set because everybody has their phone with them. And these are great in the spring as well. And the bamboo yarn here is just super duper soft. And again, you can find this yarn actually can be found at both Joann's and at Hobby Lobby. I saw it at Walmart once. In the bigger super centers carry more of the Premier than your regular Walmarts, just to keep that in mind. Okay, and so that is the two patterns that we did this week. And of course, you can find the pattern links, the video links, I should say, to those patterns underneath this video. And underneath every video that I have a tutorial of, there is a written pattern link with pictures as well. And I try to always include that because a lot of people like pictures along with the videos and stuff like that. And sometimes you might be working the pattern and you're like, huh? So then you go look at the video where I have the still pictures and you're like, oh, that makes sense. And vice versa. And so that's why I do a photo tutorial, a written pattern that's free on the blog and that you can look at. And then you can go with it, on the YouTube video as well. Some of my really old patterns, we've been going through and reworking them and making new tutorials. Because some of my very first ones on YouTube, I've been writing patterns for 35, 40 years. But some of my first ones that I put on YouTube, we weren't doing tutorials. We were only trying to answer questions. And so we've been updating a lot of those and making new blogs for it with new pictures and new written out patterns. And one of the things you'll find about me is I don't write my patterns what you would say old style. I try to give you a lot of information, and instead of, my patterns are written, in my opinion, easy. And so I rarely ever put that they're intermediate, or not intermediate, but expert, because I want everyone to be able to, read a pattern. And if you're struggling with reading patterns, go ahead and go look at some of mine to see the way mine are written. Because I give you all the information that you need. There's always a note section. If there's a tricky pattern, I'll give like how to change how to change colors in the middle of a row, or some of the ones where you do puff stitches or things like that. I'll give you a little bit of a picture with that so that you can kind of see how that's supposed to work. And all of that stuff, of course, is always done on the video. But I also do that on the on the blog so that you have some pictures to look at as well. A lot of people are very visual. I'm more, I can pretty much figure out any pattern just by looking at the item itself that's crocheted. That's why when I first started writing patterns, I didn't include a lot of information. And then I realized a lot of people don't think like I do. I have a weird brain, okay? If you all knew everything that was going on inside this brain, it would probably scare you half to death. Because I can write a pattern in my brain. So anyway, yeah, like the difference between a puff stitch, a cluster stitch, and a popcorn stitch. You know, those are things people don't think about. But when you go to write it up, a lot of people don't know the difference. And so it's kind of nice to have a few pictures to kind of show you what exactly, because to be honest with you, some pattern designers don't know the difference, and so they call them the wrong things. And that's okay. I don't care. Just as long as they tell you how to do it, you know. Because, I mean, we were laughing the other day in one of my crochet groups about how there's one pattern that has about 80 different names, and they call it all these different things, and people are like, no, that's not that. That's this. I don't care. If people are crocheting, they can call it whatever they want to. I do not even care. Because I'm not technical. I'm not a technical crocheter. I'm what you would call, according to my daughter, an artsy-fartsy person. You know? I know, my granddaughter would tell me I shouldn't use the fartsy word, but you know. All right, the last thing I just want to talk to you about is our this and that video of last week. How much I really appreciated your comments. We did the, where we decided whether we're going to clip our yarn or we're going to carry it. And I found it interesting that a lot of people had never tried the technique. And it really, there are reasons to carry your yarn sometimes, and there are reasons to clip your yarns. And I really appreciated all the comments. As a matter of fact, I was still reading through some of them this morning. And I really, really appreciate them because that tells me where you're at and what you want to learn. And so what happened through that is that I started getting a lot of questions about, well, how do you weave in? Or how do you tie knots? Is it wrong to tie knots? And so I've already been working on our video for tomorrow, and I'm going to call it To Weave or Not to Weave. And so I do a little demo in there about how to weave some things in and stuff. And so I thought it would be good to kind of let you know about it because it does kind of go along with what we did this last week as a continuation of those questions. And it's just kind of neat that, you know, I really, like I said, I so much appreciate and love reading your comments because, like I said, it helps me learn where you're at. Because everybody is at a different place in their crochet journey. And I've said this many, many times. And some of us that have been crocheting for their, you know, like me, I mean, in reality, okay, I'm 61 years old. I've been crocheting since I was 13. So I've been crocheting for a really long time. And some of the techniques I learned are things that they're reteaching now and calling different things. And it can be very confusing for people who are just now learning. And so sometimes learning a lot of these techniques, it's good to just see how they work and how to use them, where to use them, and things like that. Okay? And so that's why I wanted to do the this and that question series again, because I've been getting so many questions and I want to answer your questions. I really, really do. Because the more confident you feel in your crochet, the more you'll enjoy it. And what I've always said is practice builds confidence. We always say practice makes perfect, but crochet is an art, and you don't have to be perfect. But you want to be confident, because if you're confident, like I just said, you will enjoy our art of crochet. It's yarn art. And that's really true of knitting and anything that you really do in arts. You know, if you're making, say, needlepoint or cross stitch or painting or whatever you do, practice. The more you practice your art, the more confident you'll feel in it. And the more confident you feel, the more that you'll enjoy it. Because crochet is one of those kinds of arts that, look, when you sit down to crochet, kind of like our 30 minutes here, as I've always said, we shut out everything else and we just concentrate on that, and it gives us peace. Okay? And so anyway, I'm right at 11. I'm not going over and getting too chatty this week. I can't help it. I love to talk to you guys. Okay, so the last thing I want to say is please feel free to ask questions on this video and every video, especially on the this and that videos. And go back in and watch some of the old ones, because the ones that I did like last year, I've been doing this. I like to take a break in the fall from the this and that, because I end up doing more videos because there's a lot more holiday type stuff going on. And then pick it back up, you know, about this time of year. And there are so many questions that you might have, so feel free to go back in and look at some of those old this and that videos, or crochet technique videos, and any questions that I can, like I always say, if I don't know the answer, I will try to find you one. Okay? Sometimes I do things a certain way. I've always done it that way, and I don't really know why. So I got to figure it out too. I guess that comes with the artsy fartsy territory. Anyway, I'm going to let you go. My voice is starting to get a little bit tired, and I'm so glad I'm feeling better that I could do this today. I was terrified I wasn't going to get to have our time together. So anyway, thank you so much. Please have a wonderful Valentine's Day this week. And if someone's not doing something for you, just reach out and do something for someone else. And that will make you feel better about Valentine's Day. All right? Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week.